Not right now.
Not right now? Okay. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Real Chill Conversations. Happy Monday. Switched it up for you a little bit this week. Had business to handle yesterday, but we are here today to bring you an all new episode. Tonight, we're going to be talking about celebrity. Now, we're all into social media, and there's always some kind of story or multiple stories about different celebrities and their kids, and all this kind of stuff. And what I wanted to talk about is being the child of a celebrity. Are the children entitled to privacy? Or does being the child of a celebrity, is that all just part of the brand? Is it part of the package? What do y'all think about that? Chime in on the comments. You can post in our group on our Facebook page, or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can comment there as well. Dominique can shout y'all out, read out the comments, and we'll talk about it. But first of all, I wanted to hear from you. What do you think, just overall, about celebrity and children? Do you think that that is something that people that are in that lifestyle should really think about before they go on and start having kids? Is that something that they should consider more than us regular folks that got to go to work 9 to 5 to pay our bills and to go to Publix and Walmart and go grocery shopping? Or are they just as entitled as anybody else to have kids because they want to, and their bodies are allowing them to have kids, and they should have equal rights? What do you think?
Yes, they're entitled. I hear the echo.
Okay.
Okay, so hey everyone. I hope everybody have had a good Monday. Today was a good Monday. But back to your question. Yes, I do feel like we all have rights over our bodies. And to me, this topic that you had today, there's not a simple yes or no for me. It's a really gray area, um, whether they deserve privacy or not. And don't get me wrong, everybody deserves privacy. However, if you're in the public eye, unless you keep your baby under wraps, and don't bring them out, or do not let anyone know that you had a child, they're most than likely gonna be in the public eye.
I'm laughing at the fact that you said that you don't let them know that you have a child, when literally we get full on video announcements of births that are about to take place, babies that are about to enter the world, these glamorous, gender reveal parties, baby showers, and the whole thing.
Oh
I'm with
yeah, I'm
you.
glad that
I'm
I'm
with you there. Go
I'm
ahead.
so glad you mentioned the gender reveal parties, because actually we, like, regular people on Facebook do that, and they end up getting famous for those things.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So it's not just celebrities, but like I said previously before in other podcast episodes, we live in an era now where you can post one thing on social media and it goes viral and everybody knows you. So
Absolutely.
this is not just for celebrities, in my opinion. This is also for all of us that actually get on Facebook, because a lot of us like to post our kids on Facebook.
A lot of us, yeah, you're right. A lot of us like to post our kids on Facebook, share moments, family moments, funny moments. They might catch their kids doing something. I notice that there's a lot of family family accounts where entire families are involved in different posts on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, making reels or videos, prank videos, reaction videos, singing videos, dancing videos. But there's also, a few that I've come across where the adults in the video, like, they blur out the face of the child, or they put like an emoji covering the face of the child. And I know that there's some celebrities that do that as well. They may post a picture of their entire family, but their kids' faces have emojis or hearts, covering their faces, so we can actually see what they look like, but we do know that they're present. Now, when I ask the other part of the question is, being the child of celebrity, are they entitled to privacy, or is it just part of the brand? I think for many celebrities, it is part of the brand. I mean, Beyonce, has had her daughter's name trademarked. Kim Kardashian has done the same thing with Northwest. And there's countless other celebrities that have trademarked and patent their kids' names so that no one can make money off of their children, and so that their children have the opportunity to establish business for themselves, before they even enter elementary school. So I think that, there's a big combination factor there, and it really all just depends on, I think, what your parenting style is. I mean, I like making videos. I like making videos with my family and with my kids. I don't drop like 5 videos a week or anything like that. But I do show my kids' faces. I don't have anything I fear to be ashamed of or hide, and I don't have any privacy concerns. I mean, the people that I share my life with and my stories with on social media, I mean, that's my choice, and I choose that. And my kids are okay with me posting them on their social media. Just like they'll be like, "Hey mom, that thing that you did the other day that we all thought was funny, can I post that video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, like, I don't mind, I don't care."
And I
But I
think you live a pretty public life. We both do.
You know what? If you would have asked me years ago, would I be living a public life? I don't know that the answer to that would be no, because I think we had a conversation a couple of podcasts ago, and we talked about our younger selves, and I was one of
Yes.
those that I'd never imagined myself having kids. I didn't think that I was going to be a parent. I thought that I was going to be a boss bitch. I thought I was going to be traveling the world, and the world was going to be, at my feet, and whatever I desired, I was going to accomplish it, achieve it, and claim it. So yeah, it doesn't shock me, it doesn't surprise me, because that was in some aspect of my plans, but motherhood also entered the picture. And then with that, since that's part of my journey and it's part of my story, I choose to include it.
Absolutely. I love that. I mean, it's just if if you choose to live a public life, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Um, of course, the children are little and sometimes they don't say, "Hey, I want to be in the public eye." You know? They can't say it because they're little. But you do as a parent still have to, I guess, think about their protection and, give them the chance to see if they wanted to be on social media or not, or in the public eye or not. Because some kids decide, they grow up and they decide they don't want to be in the public eye.
Agreed. I'm so glad
Yeah.
that you said that, because there are plenty of kids
I don't
of
see nothing wrong with
celebrities.
it, but I'm just saying, like, give them a chance to
Yeah.
make that decision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plenty of kids of celebrities have chosen, to not be in the spotlight, have opted to not be in the spotlight, and have made that preference known, that they want to just lead, a private life off of social media. And I think that that's fine. And if they come to that choice and that decision, then yes, as the parent, you should certainly honor and respect that. But I just think that, when it comes to not just celebrities, but those of us that wind up viral due to our posts on social media. It all it takes is one post, and then
Yep.
off she wrote. There she
Yeah.
goes. All it takes is one.
That's right.
And that happens. It really is up to you as to what kind of content you like to share and what you'd like to deliver, and whether or not you include your children in that, of course, is your choice, is your decision. I certainly am not going to stand in a place of judgment and criticize or judge anyone that includes their kids in their posts, or even in their brand, or in their package. There's plenty of reels and TikToks that I've seen that involve the whole family, and the whole family is involved in the brand deal for whatever it is. Cinnabon or
I
a
like
Whirlpool
those.
dishwasher. I love them too. I think that they're
Yeah.
adorable. Cars, vacations, trips,
Yeah.
going places, all of those things. I mean, I think that that's wonderful. And when you can make social media work not just for you, but your entire family can be involved, and that's a family business. I mean, here you are teaching your children generational wealth. You're
Mhm.
building a foundation and establishing a foundation for them that can bring them income that will cover the cost of their college tuition, or if they choose not to go to college, if they want to go to art school or film school or photography or whatever it is that they decide that they want to do, they'll have a way to be able to fund and afford that lifestyle. And I think that that's a good thing. So my take on it is, let's just let the people be. If you want to live your life publicly on social media and include your children in it, I don't necessarily think that you have to automatically exclude the children and make them private. If you include them and that's part of your brand, I think that that's great. It's building a bond, as well as, we're a family and we're doing something together, we're building something together, just like a company business. I mean, if you have a company and your origins are from, your grandparents or your great grandparents had a farm, and you now work that farmland, and now you've taken some of that farmland and you have a property, and you've turned that property into a nice Airbnb in a getaway in the mountains, or you do horse tours, or whatever the case may be. I mean, I think that that's just a wonderful and an amazing thing. Speaking of celebrities and children and privacy and things like that, how did you feel? What type of reaction, if you had one at all, did you feel when Lotto made her pregnancy announcement via social media?
I mean, I was happy for her.
Yep.
I feel like you don't know what's going on in the inside. So this is
Mhm.
just perception, and this is from the outside looking in, and everybody, of course, they have their own opinions, and I'm not tripping about nobody who thinks otherwise, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that you don't know exactly the man's life. You don't know her personal life. You don't know his personal life. You can say you do, but you don't. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what can you do? If he's married, because I know everybody was talking about he's married and stuff like that, then then he'll get what he get. But I mean, at the end of
He'll get what he gets. You're right. I'm glad that you said that. But come on, like, this is not the first time that someone has had a baby with someone that's married.
and
This is not new.
some people need to understand that some of these marriages, they don't even be real for real. Like
Exactly.
sometimes people just get married for convenience or something that somebody is supposed to do for them, and then that's it. It's like a contract. And yes, you could say, "Oh, but he have kids with this woman," or da 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 da. But at the end of the day, they probably had to have those kids to make it look real.
It right, and
because
because it's a business. It's a
exactly.
business arrangement. It's not a true marriage in the sense of why we think most people want to get married. People get married for a lot of different reasons nowadays, and love is not the number one reason.
And for
Hate to
my
tell you.
understanding, it's not. You're right about that. It's a lot of people that have married people out of convenience and what they can get from them. And let's not sit here and lie now and say everybody's getting married for love, because we
Right.
know that's not true.
Right.
I can
Thank
tell you
you.
that's not true.
Thank
So
you.
people get misused, whether they were good with it at first and then they end up changing their minds and be like, oh, I'm not good with it anymore. Well, you agreed to it, so now you have to finish it. So if he got married with that girl for A, B, or C, whatever the reason may be, obviously she's not too bothered by Lotto's pregnancy because she's up there liking her pictures. So
Exactly. Exactly. And these people that get married for whatever reason, A, B, or C, sometimes it takes them 7, 8, 9, 10 years to get a divorce.
yeah, we're
Like
not
for
just gonna
them,
start crucifying people now.
right. For them, it might not be in their best business interest to get a divorce. So, they may have a whole agreement that we know nothing about. Hey, you find somebody, that person makes you happy, you want to be with them, go do that. I don't have a
Exactly.
problem with
And then they
that.
were trying to say, like, oh, well, he doesn't even talk about Lotto. He doesn't even mention her name. You don't know the reason why he's not mentioning her name, because some
Exactly. And
people
why
can't,
why is it our business? Why is it our
because
business counting the number of times as to whether or not he mentions her name? I'm glad you said that. It's not our business. It's
people
not.
can sue people for that.
Yep.
You don't know if
Absolutely.
they have like one of those, what is it called?
NDAs,
Yes,
NDA.
exactly.
Yep.
NDA. And he cannot talk about it and he cannot mention Lotto. So y'all don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And we're sitting up here judging and crucifying. See, this the same thing that goes with the children of celebrities or well-known people or people that go viral. Kids have to endure the same thing. The same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The question is, to me, is not even about, oh, should kids or children of celebrities have privacy? Are they entitled to privacy? The question is, are y'all gonna stop crucifying people? When is
Right.
the world gonna stop crucifying people? Like, when is
Mhm.
the question really is, when is the world willing to give them privacy?
Ding 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 ding
That's
ding
the
ding
real
ding.
that's the real question.
Ding
Because
ding
I'm not
ding
gonna lie,
ding.
I like to be in the public eye.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie about it. I enjoy it, I love it.
Yep.
It's my thing. My kids love it too. So I let them do their thing.
Yep.
But I do train my kids because this world is very cruel.
Absolutely. It's very
Your
cruel,
child
and
grow, and if you
there's
don't train your kids to a certain way, the world will eat them alive because we're steadily
alive.
judging people. We're
Yes.
steadily trying to tell them, oh, she got a booger on her nose,
Right.
or
What's
look at
wrong
her
with her hair?
clothes.
What's wrong with her hair? Something looks wrong with her face. Is her eye okay? Did she have work done? Did she this? Did she that? I mean, steadily picking apart every single thing. And it's one thing when we're adults. Okay, we're adults, we're grown-ups. We should be able to take it. But come on now. We know that there's full-on grown-ass adults that are falling to pieces because of the way that they get picked apart
And
on
I
the
and I'm
internet. Not to mention
exactly.
what they do to the kids.
Exactly. And this is why I keep it real with my kids. I'm not the parent that's going to sugarcoat stuff with my kids because I let them know what it is. I'm going to let you know
Absolutely.
what you're walking into before you walk
Absolutely.
into it.
Right.
You know, some parents don't do that. Some parents, sugarcoat it and don't tell their kids everything. I like for my kids to know everything. Even with my baby the other day, he lost his first tooth And he came to me the next morning because I totally forgot about the tooth fairy.
Oh,
And let me tell you, because I don't teach my kids about no fairy. I don't teach my kids about no Santa Claus.
right,
I'm real with my kids. It don't
right.
exist. But my baby
Mm-hmm.
came to me and he was like, Mom, I'm so mad. And I was like, Why, son? He was like, Because the tooth fairy didn't leave nothing under my pillow, and my tooth is still under my pillow. The tooth fairy is mean. And I don't know where he learned the tooth fairy from because I've never talked to him about it. So obviously he heard it from school. So I said,
From school. Yep.
I said, baby, the tooth fairy ain't real. That's why the tooth fairy didn't leave you nothing under the pillow. But guess what? Mommy gonna hook you up.
There you go. Problem
And I
solved.
gave him some money. You
There
know,
you go.
I don't like lying to my kids. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at lying, even if I tried. Like you would know I'm lying.
Same. Yeah. Mine can
I'm so
see right through
bad.
me. Mm-hmm.
I am so bad at lying. I can't even hold it right. I
They'll
can't
be
even
like,
hold
"No,
my lie.
mom. No, mom. What? Tell us the truth, mom. What's the real story? What's the real deal?" Literally. I mean,
Yes.
the other day I forgot, it was like a Wednesday night or something like that, and it had to be like 9:30 or something at night, and we were out of milk. So my husband was like, "I'm gonna run to Publix, right quick and get milk so we have milk in the morning, okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so he left out, "Why did the kids come running up to me? Mom, where's dad? Where's dad? Where'd dad go?" I was like, "He went to Publix. He ran to the store." They're like, "No, really, where'd he go?" I'm like, "He went to Publix. He went to the store." They're like, "No, really, where'd he go?" I said, "Look for him on the Find Me app and see that he's at Publix and he's getting milk. You'll see him in 5 minutes when he comes back." I mean, I don't know where they thought he was going on a Wednesday night at 9:30, but they didn't believe me. They thought that I was playing with them, that he had gone to Publix to go get some milk. I said, "You don't believe me? Check the Find Me app. Track his location. Then you'll know
Right.
where he's at if you don't believe me." But yeah, no, I can't lie to my kids. And if they think that I'm lying or that I'm joking or playing around with them, then they'll keep needling me and pressuring me until I finally give in. And I can't lie because then I wind up laughing. Or if I'm playing a joke on them, then I wind up laughing. And that always gives me away like every single time. But
Right.
honestly, I
I'm the
think
same
that
way.
I think that, being truthful with your kids and letting them know like how the real world operates, that hey, we don't live in this bubble. The bubble does not exist. The bubble has burst and it's literally falling to pieces as we speak. We're doing our very, very best to try to keep it together as best we can. And I think that's one of the reasons why we find so much enjoyment and escape in social media, whether we're creating content for others or we're enjoying others' content. I think, again, the topic to do children of celebrities, are they entitled to privacy or are they just part of the brand? I think it's the individual decision. If you want to include your children, great. I
They
include
are
my children.
entitled.
I
They are
include my
entitled
I
to
include my
privacy.
children, and it's fine. It's not a problem. So I have no judgment towards it. I'm not opposed to it. I think as long as they also teach their children what to expect and let them know that people sometimes can be mean on the internet, and as long as they have those expectations set, then they should be okay. They should be fine. And I'm all right with this.
As a human, everybody's entitled to privacy.
Yep,
Just period. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity or not. But
absolutely.
being a celebrity and being out there and being known, it just comes with a lot because a lot of that privacy, you know, it's gonna slip away sometimes. So it's a, like I said, it's a really thin line. The spotlight, the private life, it just becomes very thin. But,
It does.
if you that's why you need to know how to handle it. You need to
Mhm.
um buy protection.
Right.
You got to do a lot of things,
You
especially.
do.
And you know what? I was actually listening to a video the other day of what Glorilla sister said because she went on a rampage about Glorilla not giving them money and stuff.
Yep.
And she said, y'all don't know, but when I go out to the clubs and stuff, it be real out there because I'm Glorilla's sister and I don't have protection. You know what I'm saying?
She don't have security team. She don't have security detail. She just,
And
she's
people,
just her. Yep.
right, and people was laughing at that, but really and truly, just to be real, think about it. You're a famous person, sister, brother, cousin, mother, dad, whoever, and you're out in public. Think about it.
Yeah. Yep. And you don't got that coverage. You don't got the whole security detail. You're not Beyonce with the Julius that's there to, step in and jump in at any given moment. You're not on the Kardashian security detail, for everywhere that they go and every place that they step into, or anybody else like that that has, security on them, all of the time. Us
Right.
regular people, I don't have a security team, but I
You
got a little
definitely
something.
have,
I got a little
yes.
something, something to keep me protected and to
Yeah,
keep
we
me
got we
guarded.
got a little something, something. But
I ain't no fool out here in these streets.
okay.
Not- I'm
Say
not
that
no
again.
fool out here in these streets.
Somebody said, what y'all feel about design of baby services with these celebrity rich that make your kids features how you want them?
Oh, like with people that go through like like kind of like the IVF stuff, but you can select certain qualities like eye color, hair color, specific DNA characteristics to technically, or as this person is saying, design a baby. Um, yeah, I mean,
I don't think that's cool.
I think that's messing. I think that's messing with nature a little too much. That's not how God intended us for us to be. That's just not how it's
Exactly.
supposed to work. I mean, the egg and the sperm, they're supposed to get together. What happens from that is the end result in what you get.
I'm gonna
We didn't.
say, Bobby, I'm gonna say no to that one. Like, I'm not doing all that with my children. I'm not doing
No,
all that. God
no,
give me my child how He want to give him to me.
exactly,
I'm not picking no
exactly.
eye color. I'm not picking no skin color. I'm not picking no hair
Hair
type.
type, what are we gonna be, a type C curl? Are we a B curl? Are we a A? Are we wet and
And you
wavy?
know
Like, are we
what? That would
straight?
be,
Like,
I
what are we doing?
honestly, Brenna, that would be like exploiting your child.
It would be. It would be. And I'm not with that. That's not something I can get behind.
Honestly, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it really does. And that's not something I can get behind. So no, I don't support that. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But that was what I wanted to talk about tonight. Talking about celebrities and are their children, are they automatically entitled to privacy, or are they part of the brands? I think we had a good conversation about it, talking about not just
Oh, he
celebrities,
said,
but
what do you think about the celebrities that use it? I think that's wow. That's crazy.
it is wild and crazy. I mean, y-
I mean, for each his own, but it just, to
yeah, I mean,
me,
to
it's
each
like
his own,
exploiting
and
a child.
it
I
is
don't know.
exploiting a child, but it's also like, okay,
Why do
I
you
have
want this
X amount,
child to look a certain way? What you trying to
right?
do with it?
Yeah, I got X amount of money. I'm gonna
Now I
spend
got
it X
questions
amount of
for
way.
you.
I got
Answer the
X amount of money.
questions.
What are you doing with this baby?
What you trying to do with this baby?
What are you doing with this baby?
That's
Now,
my
see, that
question.
seems to me like that's part of someone trying to build up a brand and a plan. Like you're already coming up with something that you're wanting this child to do before the child has even entered into the world. Now, that sounds more like an actual business transaction than, hey, we just happen to be a celebrity couple having a child and we're doing all that. I mean, I don't think that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky went through any selection of features
How do y'all feel about the people who change their eye color or go down there to Miami to get a BBL?
Oh my gosh. I
The
mean,
same
listen,
thing as you would as a child that you trying to make a child look a certain way.
yes. I mean, the whole eye color thing. I mean, why are we doing that? Why are we changing our eye color? I mean, if you really want to change your eye color, like, let's not have surgery. Just go get you some contacts, pop them in if you think that's what you need to do. BBLs, they got leggings for that. They got fajas for that. They got booty pads for that. They got all kinds of things for that. I just don't think you need to be hopping down to Miami, Colombia, or the Dominican Republic and injecting fat into your ass to give you that look that looks crazy. And it's crazy because there are so
Now,
many
some
people
people it
now.
don't look crazy, but some people do look crazy.
The majority, the majority, there's a few that you're like, okay, that's good, that's a good one right
And
there,
the
but
only
the
reason I say that it looks crazy is because sometimes they don't even match the booty with your legs.
they
That's the
don't.
only reason why I'm saying that, y'all. That does not, like, to me, that's just like messing you up.
It
That
is.
trust me, it's coming from somebody who wanted a BBL. Okay, because I wanted a BBL. So I'm not trying to shame nobody, y'all, because I did want one. Remember, Brenda,
I
I talked about
remember.
it and everything.
I
If y'all want to
remember.
hear the podcast about that, go back. Go all the way back.
Yep. Go all the way back because that was a deep and that was a long
But I
conversation. Like,
did
I'm
want to do
I'm gonna
it.
go to this place and I'm gonna get it done.
Y'all,
I'm
I was
saving my
so
money. I'm gonna
close.
have this surgery, girl. This is what I'm gonna do. And da 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 da.
I
I
was so
remember.
close. I was
I
so
rem-
close
I
to going under
remember.
the knife. But
I
then
remember, but
I
you
start
look amazing and you look beautiful just the way
thank
that you
you.
are. Your photos, your videos, all your social media is just popping, crack a lacking. Everybody thinks you look gorgeous. You look stunning, girl. You do not need to touch a thing on your body. Okay? Only thing you need to change is when you get them shades. Just go ahead and get you another pair and let me know how much I owe you, and I will cash app you the money. Cause them shades you be putting on be fire. I'd be like, all right, I need them for my next vacation.
I know how to pick some shades now.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I will give you that. Hands down, you sure know how to pick some shades. I'd be like, girl, love your video,
Mhm.
but girl, them shades. But them shades though.
Yeah, some shades be looking good, girl.
Well, that's all I had for y'all tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in and joining us for this conversation and this topic. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube page. Go back and watch and listen to previous episodes and see what we're talking about. We refer to a lot of things with regards to previous episodes and other episodes. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and get yourself caught up so you can be on the same page and follow along right with us and be like, oh, yeah, I know what they talking about. I know what they saying. It's not hard. Just go back and watch. Take your time, listen, absorb, take it all in. If you can think about things that you'd like for us to talk about, drop that in the comments. Send us a message on our Instagram page or in the Facebook group. Either one, we'll get it and we'll respond. Do you have any closing remarks, my friend?
Yes, I do. As far as the topic for the day, the children, I did want to say this. You know, we follow them, we repost sometimes, and people, we judge before they're old enough to even understand what the world is saying about them. And we really need to be careful with those things. Um, just because they're children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want nobody to do that to your child. So
Exactly.
it's like the kids, they don't know. They
Right.
really don't know.
They don't.
They're being guided through life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, the internet is so heavy on stuff. Like sometimes they just don't care what they say. And that's
Oh,
that's
they
when I go back.
reckless.
That's why when I go back to saying the internet is good, it's loving, it's great, okay, because it can really make you can really make money off of it. You can
It
really
can
do
change
a
your
lot of
life.
great
It could
things.
change your life.
It could
Literally, one
change your
post
life,
can
but it
change
can
your life.
also destroy it if you
Yes.
let it.
Yes. Yes.
So that's
True.
why
True
I'm so
facts.
big in, if people got into the same accord, because I don't play by no child.
Mhm.
I don't play about children. I've
Yep.
always said that. I don't play about children. I'm not going to get on the internet and talk about children. I'm not going to do none of that.
Right. Right. Children are off limits.
We should all be protecting children, actually.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
I'm
It
saying?
takes a village.
As far as that, where do we draw the line between proud parenting and public exposure? I love that parents out here are exposing their kids to it, because this is something that they're going to have to learn how to live with. And
Yes.
if you're trying to take away from your kid being online, they're going to be behind.
Yes.
You can't see it right now, but I'm telling you, they're gonna be behind because of the way
Yes.
the world is going.
Yes.
So the best thing to do is to teach them. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Right.
But in my opinion, train them,
Yep.
teach them,
Yep.
build their mind to a stronger mind frame of where little things not gonna bother them, because I always tell my kids, baby, people gonna talk about you whether you doing good or bad.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. But you want to give them the tools that they need to be responsible and to be able to
exactly.
understand the internet, because if
Hmm.
they don't understand the internet, then what you're doing is you're basically leading them right into the path of being socially awkward. And I say that because everybody and their mother and their brother and their sister, we've got 95-year-old grandmothers that are using the internet. So if you have a child that does not know how to navigate throughout these internet streets, they're going to be socially awkward. It's going to be difficult for
they're
them
going
to
to
be
be
able to interact with their peers.
they're missing out, number one, and number two, they're going to be behind.
Yep.
I'm not saying give them 24/7 access to the internet, right? What I'm
Right.
saying is be responsible as far as letting them know what's going on out here. Because this is
Exactly.
what's going on, and this is going to be the future.
Yep.
And some of us, I see so many people with so much talent, and I'm going to keep saying that, with so much talent and so much potential and how much money they could make. And I just sit back and I watch them and I'm like, boy, if they knew what they could do right now. Because if I knew how to do that, baby,
Yes.
I wouldn't
Come on
miss
now.
not 1 cent.
Mhm. Come on now. I
But
know that's right.
you do have to just be kind to each other, but especially for the kids,
To the kids. Yep.
because
Yep.
they don't know any
Yep.
better, and they're learning
And if they
and they're
see
growing
us as
and they're
adults being
innocent.
kind to one another, then, they'll be more likely to be kind to each other because they're watching us and they're imitating us. The kids are always watching, and kids are much smarter than we as adults give them credit for. Kids always know what's going on. They know what's going on. They know the deal. They always do. They always have.
Absolutely. And that's it for me tonight.
All
And then
right.
I do want to say one more thing, and then you can
Sure.
cut it off, Brenna. I am gonna go back to my inbox, y'all, because I do have so many messages in my inbox that I need to go through. And I am going to take a few days. It's going to take me like a week to scramble through all this stuff and see who wanted to actually join the podcast, because I'm going to start picking y'all out again.
Okay.
So, a lot of you all sent me a request, and I haven't forgotten to be on the podcast. So if you're still interested, you can send me an email directly to realchillconversations@gmail.com.
There you go.
So if you do it that way, y'all, I'm gonna see your message. I'm gonna know who you are. But my inbox is really becoming overcrowded, and I have so much in there that if you don't send me an email, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get to you. But
To
I'm
sort through
coming.
it. Yeah, to sort through it and
But I'm
figure it out.
coming.
So you
Yeah.
heard it. realchillconversations@gmail.com. Send it there so you can get a response and you can join us on a future episode.
Yes.
Y'all be safe, be kind to one another. It's Monday. Let's hope that we have a great week this week. And we will be back with another episode this Sunday at 6 p.m. We will see you then. Take care. And until then, have a great evening. Bye,
Peace out,
guys.
y'all, and much love. Bye bye.